Ready? I'm gonna go.
Okay.
Wait.
Oh.
Space Jam.
Fucking both of you.
What is up, people? It's been a very long time since we've done a podcast.
Yeah, and right now for this podcast, we're gonna do a bit of a DnD session.
Special.
If you don't know what that is, that's Dungeons and Dragons, it's a role-playing tabletop game. This is
And
not
this
sponsored.
It's horror themed.
Yeah, and it's not really mythical or in modern day, but it's basically just a horror element.
It's just something to spook you and make you piss your poopy pants.
Think about life.
That's not. Maybe. Alright, Louis, give a brief introduction of what your character is.
Well, he's just really a burnout. I don't really know how much else to describe him.
Alright.
You know the kids that hung under the bleachers and smoked all the time? Or in our case, go across the street?
Alright, what are you two starting items?
Shouldn't he give a description of his character?
Well, you might as well give your items.
Oh, my item?
Yeah, your items.
My guy just has a hatchet and a med kit. And that's it.
Alright, Glenn,
We're only allowed to have two.
You're only allowed to have two starting items. Lennon, what's your character?
My character is like one of those loner nerds that always hung out in the library, but was always like listening to music as well. And his two items are a pocket knife and some wipes/tissues.
Alright. And I'm the dungeon master, so I don't really get a character. I don't know if you're actually allowed to have a character and be dungeon master,
No.
but that's okay. No. Well, that's also why I don't have one then. But this is the horror D&D we're gonna be doing. Criticize us all you want. We don't really know exactly how D&D works. Just doing it.
So shut up if you're doing it wrong.
Or at least
doing it
just
for fun.
Okay.
yeah, whatever.
It's what the adventure guys. Story time.
I guess we might as well just get right into it, huh?
Yep.
Okay.
Or should we just continue with a little preamble first?
Preamble. What's that?
Basically, we'll just talk about what we've been up to since the last one, which was... Well, let's see exactly how long ago the last one was.
Meanwhile, Glennon, go ahead and give the preamble.
As in like,
Well, that's just us talking before we even start.
okay.
That's the preamble.
Okay.
Well, let's see, the last one was
The longest
11 months ago.
11 months.
Nearly a full year since we made a podcast.
Yeah.
Wasn't that one Chills?
No. Oh, yeah.
Last one was Chills.
The first one came out May 8th, 2017. Our first podcast. We're not good at keeping up to date.
Yep. No consistency here, boys and girls and they and whatever.
Whatever the fuck you want to identify as.
Goddamn Apache helicopter.
Oh my god.
Excuse me, it's Apache attack.
But yeah,
Shut up.
if you've been paying attention to our YouTube channel, which, I mean, if you're listening to this, you have. We played a couple shows recently. And that's it.
Quote unquote recently.
Back in October.
Yeah.
Late September, early October.
Those were kind of fun.
Yeah.
Hopefully this one that's being planned falls through. Because we got stickers to hand out, and then we're done.
I got a sticker.
Yeah. We got some new Last of Us stickers.
Mm-hmm.
Just in time after we called it off.
Yeah.
Being a mess, yeah.
Well, at least we all got our own separate things going on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You guys want to drop the title for your guys' project?
You go first, RJ.
Well, I'm kind of doing a bit of a lo-fi thing. I don't know if you know what that is. If you don't, it's fine. In fact, you don't even have to give a shit about anything I'm about to say right now, but my YouTube project is a lo-fi music project. I'm called Unkindled. First song is called Forgotten Me. Look it up if you want. Legally download it. I don't care. Listen to it if you like. I don't know. Who else wants to do theirs?
Mine, I'm doing with another friend. Like, it doesn't really, we just go on and off, whatever. But, our thing is called Vance. We kind of like, we plan on mostly doing sad boy vibes, but we're also just like spreading out to whatever we want. Yeah, Vance.
Louis, what about you?
My side project is called Ribney. Well, I guess it's my main project now, but it's called Ribney, and it's kind of like a. Right now, it's just like a hardcore little thing I'm doing. It's not gonna. It's gonna vary from different genres, but that's what I'm focusing on right now. I'm gonna bring ska back soon.
And as you can see, even though Last of Wrath is no more, we're still friends doing shit.
Yeah.
And we're still pursuing at least something involving music.
We're never gonna finish the album they said in our interview.
Yeah.
Yep. I really wish to specify that in the interview.
Oh yeah, did we even talk about that in our old podcast?
We didn't have a podcast. We didn't have an interview to talk about in our old podcast.
So we had an interview.
I mean, yeah, to split up into 2 parts, and then we uploaded the first part.
And then they uploaded the second one, and it was like
It was
editing
on
and less
air.
stuff.
It wasn't even the full interview. She just mentioned us in the news.
Yeah.
Got name drop in the news. I guess that's a lot we could ask for.
KPVM.
Channel 41.
Every time someone says that, I just keep thinking KPMB, North Las Vegas.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Huh.
I think it's a news station.
I didn't know that.
Where you going?
I was fucking putting the blanket around me.
I know what. Where's news?
Probably playing around with the dice.
Anything else we want to add? Talk about, mention before we get on the solo adventure?
Fucking God, son of a... You're tearing this family apart.
Alright, let's get started then.
Alright.
We haven't given our characters names yet.
What's your character's name?
My character's name is...
Come on. You can't have more than fucking 10 seconds of silence in this.
Avery!
We can't profit from that. We're not gonna profit in
Profiting
general. Yeah. Alright, Avery for Glendon. That was the loner character who likes to go to the library and loves his music. Louis? What about your boy?
Let me think. Brody.
Brody?
Brody.
Like a nickname or his actual name?
That's just what they know him as. Nobody knows his actual name. We just call him Brody all the time.
Brody, that was the Burnout character, which you don't know is just basically a stoner who's dropped out of school, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Alright, yeah. Alright, I guess the wheels of fate are set in motion, and here we go. Alright.
We're gonna die.
Well, maybe. I'm not gonna let this be.
Based on my rolls from the last session, just the regular D&D one, I'm fucked.
I think both of us are.
Yeah.
Fucking Trient.
Trying to eat everything. Trying to wrestle a goddamn golem.
Let's do this.
You awaken. The air around you is cold and damp. You hear the sound of dripping to the right of your ear. As you slowly move your hand to affix into a position so you can move up, the puddle, you feel a puddle beneath you, and you slowly slip a bit. As you try to get up a bit more, you notice that wherever you are, you are definitely inside a building. However, you cannot tell if you are above ground or beneath ground. As you look around after you get up, in front of you, there is only darkness. To your left is only darkness. To your right is darkness. And behind you is only darkness. You do not remember why you are here and what you were doing before you got here. All you remember is that you are not familiar with this place and that you need to get out. Now, you may choose what action do you take in the pitch black darkness where you cannot see.
Let me go first.
I walk forward, trying to grasp at a wall or something.
Alright. As Glendon's oh, my bad. I had this problem last session too. As Avery moves slowly towards the darkness, his hands out in front of him, he slowly creeps towards the darkness, inching ever so closely away from Brody. Almost forgot the name. As he feels out in front of him, the first thing to make contact with anything is actually his legs as he trips over something and falls flat on his face, possibly getting a bloody nose. Louis, what do you do as you hear the thud in front of you?
You call out Avery's name.
Alright. You call out to Avery. Avery, I'm just gonna assume you respond. So Avery, with a disgruntled voice, responds to the call.
What the fuck?
He responds, "What the fuck, bro?" He slowly gets up and wipes what is presumably the blood on his face after getting a nosebleed from colliding with the
I got
floor.
wipes. We got wipes.
Alright. Now what do you do?
I wipe away the blood with my wipes.
Alright, Glendon. Fuck me. Avery reaches into his back pocket to retrieve his wipes, and he wipes the blood off of his face. Right now, this is very thrilling, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put in this plot point here. Suddenly, a buzz and a fuzz enters into your ears as you hear what sounds like an intercom. Suddenly, you hear a voice. It cannot be identified as male or female. You cannot tell. However, the voice speaks to both you and your friend. Hello there, my subjects. For what we have for you today is nothing more than a simple game of my pleasure. Around the building you are surrounded in are infrared cameras, thermal cameras, so that I can see you, but you cannot see me. It seems both of you are unlucky to have matches or a flashlight with batteries, so it seems you'll have to fumble around in the dark first before you can finally see your ways.
Fuck, you didn't think I'd bring no torch or anything.
Got wipes.
You get a warning on the intercom as it starts buzzing again and starts cutting out. They say, every now and then, it cuts out. Another will come. It cuts out. And when they come, they have free range to do whatever they want to you when they find you. These, it cuts out, are of our own creation, of our own breed. It cuts out. It starts fuzzing out. And you can no longer make out what it says anymore. The voice on the intercom shuts off, and you are left in the darkness again. Now, knowing what you know that at least something must be coming for you every now and then. You do not know the specifics. You just know that you are in mortal danger. What do you do?
Nothing first.
Try to comfort myself by asking Brody a knock-knock joke.
You ask Brody what?
A knock-knock joke.
No, recite it.
telling me the knock knock joke. I need comfort.
I thought you said you asked me a knock knock.
No, I asked. I'm looking for comfort by asking you for a knock knock joke.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Dead.
Dead. Who?
Dead you.
What's up?
And then I took off running to the dark.
You cannot be serious.
Dead you. Fucking super off.
No, but I did roll a 12, so I have night vision now. No, I'm kidding.
I re-rolled my stats.
All the fucking drugs.
Can I be an ex-military?
I was burned out, but I became the military personnel.
Alright. Well, all you guys know is that something made Glendon trip in the hallway, and one of you has wet marks on your hand from having your hand in a puddle when trying to get up. And the area you're in is damp and something is dripping.
Wipes.
Yeah.
I got my wipes.
Dude, we need to like start a fire or something so we can fucking see.
Yeah, but I'm wet.
Yeah. But all I have is a hatchet and med kit.
I got a pocket knife and some wipes.
Do you have a flint in your pocket, man?
I got some wipes. What do you want me to tell you?
How are we gonna start a fire with
I mean,
wipes?
we could start sparks by clashing our hatchet and knife together. If that works.
Well, you know what I'm gonna have to make you do if you try that? I'm gonna have to make you roll that dice. First dice roll.
But we gotta find material to light a fire first.
Not first dice roll. Also, just imagine, because you're in the dark, you might hit each other with your
God.
weapons.
I want to
Right, the
check what I tripped on. I want to see what it is.
How can you see what it is?
I'm feeling with
Well,
my
he's
hands.
probably like right next to it since he tripped. All right. Avery feels his hands on the floor, looking for what he tripped on. As he feels the floor, he notices that it's concrete, and it feels like there are tiny specks of dirt or rubble, something's on the ground. He can now, what's the word? He can now assume that whatever areas he's in must be either dusty, old, or messy. As he moves around to the left of where he's tripped on, he feels what he tripped on. It's a leg. And as he moves his hand upward, he notices that it's a full body that he tripped on. What do you do now knowing of this knowledge? Are you okay?
Why'd you look at me for?
Brody. You want some food?
Oh my god.
Are you suggesting cannibalism?
Hey, we gotta survive somehow. I checked the body over to see if it has anything on it.
Does it have a pulse? Is it dead?
Does it have items that I can steal from its corpse?
You feel around the body, and immediately as you get to the torso, you feel your hand slip into something cold and wet.
Ew.
As you feel around, you can tell that whatever you slipped into is definitely the remains of the upper half of the body.
Oh fuck.
As you move around more after feeling sick and woozy after knowing what you must have felt in your hand, you feel what feels like keys in the back pocket. Do you take it?
Okay. Can I stab the body first?
I mean, if you want.
I'll roll to stab the body.
Alright, you know what?
She's the D20.
And roll the triangle one and see how much damage you do, I guess.
I roll.
Just a 14.
Okay.
Alright, well, the attack's successful.
Just a 3.
Just 3. Alright, well, I guess that means Glennon dealt +3 damage to the corpse. As he stabs his
I'm just stabbing my pocket knife into a corpse.
As he stabs his knife into the corpse, the body jiggles for a bit, but only because of the impact he lands upon the corpse. The corpse does not move after being stabbed. It would seem that it is far beyond dead.
No.
Get the keys.
Oh, for a second I thought you said I'm hungry. I was like, okay. I guess we're really doing cannibalism.
Jiggles like Jello.
Ew.
Alright, Glendon has acquired the keys. Now let's get... Avery's acquired the keys. Fuck me. But now let's get to Brody because Brody hasn't really done anything. My bad. No, it's my bad because I haven't asked you what you want to do. So what do you want to do now in the darkness? As you hear what sounds like keys jingling in front of you.
I try to find it.
Try to find Avery?
Yeah.
Alright, do you move forward, left, right, or behind you?
Hold on. I call him out his name again.
Alright.
And to see where his voice is.
Get the fuck over here.
As you call out to Avery's name, or you call out to Avery, your voice echoes and fills the area you're around. You can feel the reverb, and you can tell wherever you're at must be narrow. Maybe, hopefully, could it be a corridor? A hallway? Aren't those two the same things? I'm not sure. Is that you taking a picture?
No. I'm shining my light over him.
Oh. Oh, that light blinded me.
I'm sorry. I'm just gonna move forward and see if I can find it.
Alright, as you move forward, you slowly feel out in front of you. Do you feel out in the air, on the ground?
On the ground.
You feel out on the ground in front of you, and all you feel is what feels like rubble and dirt. You come to the same conclusion as Avery has. Whoops, I had a burp. Whatever area you're in must be dusty, old, or messy. And as you feel the area in front of you, you feel something cold and wet. You do not know what it is, but it must be the source of the dripping sound as something drips into your hand. And as you are about to question yourself, the intercom comes on once more. A beep happens on the intercom, and suddenly a scream emits from the intercom. Something is released unto your displeasure. Now, we're going to wait for Avery to get back from the goddamn fridge.
Can you bring me something to drink?
I gotta get a drink.
I guess you two can share it, whatever.
I asked you if you could bring me something.
Gatorade's yours now, I guess.
It's not Gatorade. It's
Vitamin water.
Do you have like a water? Avery? See,
I got wipes.
Hey, you asked Avery, man, if you had water. Avery has 2 items. And those are water.
I hate both of you right now.
What do you want?
That doesn't matter.
Okay. So, what is happening right now?
Something has been released upon you, assumingly from the scream that emerged on the intercom. Now, what do you do with your knowledge? You cannot see. You do not know what is around you. You don't even know the type of room you are in.
Got a fucking flashlight.
I commit suicide.
Roll to see if you're hatchet made.
Let's see it. Let's see it.
We can't fucking see shit. None of us brought lights or torches or anything.
Okay, let me just say that none of you have
I
tried.
got a fucking 20.
Wait, well,
None of you have tried to the left or right of you yet.
I look around looking for a switch for lights. Can I
Alright.
roll to?
Roll, see if you
Do
find
you
it.
feel towards the left, to the right,
Oh, you
on the floor?
To
You gotta
the
be a
floor?
bit. You gotta be a bit more in depth with it.
Oh, it's like a fucking chain just in the middle of the room, or in the, just like in a random place.
I'll go to the right.
Alright. Are you actually rolling for it?
You got a 1.
Well, he trips and breaks his head open.
Oh damn!
She's having he dies.
You
I
know,
was fucking looking for the light, man.
I don't think you actually should roll for that. In all honesty, I guess it would make the RP more D&D like,
I
though.
fucking just tripped and broke my head open.
So no roll.
So we're gonna
Let's rewind that.
let's rewind that. Let's say no roll for that yet.
Fucking broke my head open.
Yet. We'll get to rolling soon.
Okay.
I'm sorry for all you hardcore D&D fans that realize we're doing things completely wrong, but
We're just trying to have a good time.
yeah, that and
Piss off.
I guess you could just do your own D&D
I got a
session.
vitamin water.
I got no
Yeah,
water.
you guys ever see the video? Or 50, you know how 50 Cent's the spokesperson for Vitamin Water?
Yeah.
Where he's like on
No.
top of the roof of the one building, and he's like, Vitamin Water, and throws him off the building.
No,
And then, he,
Oh, yeah,
and then
yeah.
he trips and falls right after he does it.
I've never fucking
Dude,
heard
I'll
about
show it
it.
to you later.
Okay. Avery feels to the right of him, and as he slowly walks forward, his hands are met with a wall. Do you meet towards the left of the wall to feel that way, or do you feel towards the right of the wall you've made contact with?
Tell Brody to start looking for shit.
I'm looking.
I go to the left.
Alright, I'm following him. We shouldn't separate.
What are you talking about?
You want to die?
We're in
You
the
hold
same
on.
room.
You hold on to Avery's shirt as he feels to the left of the room. To the left, he starts to feel nothing until he feels the frame of something, possibly a door. And as his hand moves towards the door, he slowly creaks it open, making a horribly loud sound in wherever area they're at. Suddenly, they hear something very far away, a thud. What do you do now, having the knowledge you've just acquired?
Is there light coming into the room?
There is no light coming into
What the
any
fuck?
area you're at.
Dude. Why didn't we bring a flashlight?
I saw Brody
Dude, I'm at-
fucking hatching my brain open.
Dude, imagine if we picked a flashlight and was like, alright, you have a flashlight. But no batteries.
I was gonna do that actually.
So we have to use both
Fucking-
slots for a flashlight?
So matchsticks would have been your best bet, or a lighter.
Like a run of wipes.
You guys thought I was just gonna give you light right off the bat.
I
didn't you?
fucking-
I didn't take into account that you would...
I asked Brody to hatchet my goddamn brain open.
Well, are you being serious?
Okay, fine.
I want to roll for it?
No, okay. So, presumably there's something coming towards us.
Presumably, however, you are not sure. There's only been a thud after you've creaked the door open.
Is it fully open or is it just a creak open?
It is a creak open.
Fucking kick that shit open and run.
That was a side effect.
I don't even know if the mic picked it up.
No.
Alright, Avery kicks open the door, and a loud sound, louder than the creaking of the door, emits through the hall that you must be in. As you can tell by the way the echoing sound vibrates through and through.
I know what it is.
Something at the end of the hall, far away, slowly gets closer.
I know what we need
God.
to do.
What?
Echo location.
We gotta stop all the ghosts that are coming through.
You move into the room, and as you run, you immediately are met with the face of a wall and
God damn
knocked
it.
I thought you were
backwards.
gonna, I thought you just were gonna say a face.
You met with the
No.
face of yourself.
I probably shouldn't have used face, but you bump into the wall and groan as you hold your forehead.
God damn my face. It's just getting
Wherever you're at, it must not be a big area. You could be either in a closet or a room. What do you do now with your knowledge?
Oh, Brody, you lead the way.
I'm fine at lead the way.
What the
You
fuck
haven't done
want me
anything
to lead
yet.
the way? You're not doing shit.
Shut up.
You're just holding on to me.
Alright, wait, which way did you go, right?
Oh,
He went to the left and went into a door, and since you were holding on to his shirt, that would mean you're in the same room he bumped his head into.
Well,
You didn't stop me from
I'm
doing that.
backpedaling. I'm gonna go search the right.
Alright. So then you're separating.
yes.
We're
Alright.
not separate. I got a fork.
So what are you doing then?
He's dragging me with him.
Okay, well, I'm going backwards and heading away from where we're at.
I slam my head in the wall and he's
With
pulling me back.
one hand on the wall looking for a light switch.
Alright. As you move your hand to the right of the wall that you were from, you suddenly, thankfully, and almost as if a miracle has happened, a light switch. You feel it.
And
You
we're
turn
just
it on.
surrounded by dead bodies.
Yes, turn it on.
Alright, you flick the light
See if I-
switch.
See if I get it. I do not turn the light.
You know what? I'm gonna have you roll to see if there's any power in the
Oh,
switch.
God.
This will be the first roll.
12.
Ah, lucky little boy. Ah, that sounded weird.
Everything else was shitty.
Lucky, lucky, lucky. Alright. The light switches dimly lit on, only barely lighting the area.
It's like if I get a 1, the lights turn on, then explode.
The lights turn on, and for a brief moment, God has shook his head.
He's watching
Oh,
from
God.
above.
You have been cursed. Alright. The lights only dimly lit the halls, and there's only those type of lights that light one single circular area of the floor. As you look to your left, you see half of the body like Avery is tripped on. And to your right, a little bit away from that body, you see the puddle that Brody felt his hand on. The puddle was blood. And as you look upwards, you see a spike emitting from the ceiling and a body plunged into the spike.
No.
Something stabbed someone into the ceiling. Whatever you are dealing against, you can now affirm or assume it is not human.
Yeah, we're gonna die here.
Just kill me, Brody. We saw this together. Just kill me.
Alright,
kill
here
Brody.
roll.
Roll to see if it happens. Are you serious?
Like, yeah.
Okay, I guess.
I'll give Brody my wipes.
I can only carry 2 items at once. I can't.
Get rid of your fucking.
No.
No, you can carry at least 4, 1 for each pocket.
Take my wipes.
Well, your hatchet's on the belt.
Carry on without me. Take my wipes.
Okay, well, let me finish explaining first. As Brody looks down on his hands, he notices that there is blood on there, and he feels slightly lightheaded, knowing that someone else's blood is on his hands. As he looks behind him towards the backwards path of where you both woke up from, behind you is a wall. Behind you is also a door to the left and to the right. You can see in front of you a door to the right that Avery is opened, and the door opposite to that is closed. You now know that there are 4 doors by you. One previously opened, the one that you bumped into, that is now lit up, and then 3 other doors that are not yet open. Of course, there are more doors down the hall, but down that same hall something is coming.
The fuck was that?
And it
My
has
fault.
grown slightly closer.
Oh God.
Okay, we go into the open room and shut the door behind us.
Alright. You both go into the open room and close the door. It creaks.
God damn it.
Roll to see if it closes.
we just want to close, man.
And it creaks. But not as loud as before, as you've now taken precaution about it. However, as it creaks, you hear down the hall a sniff. Something has grown ever closer to both of you.
Well,
Now that you are inside of the room, you can see before you, in the back right corner, you can see a bed. However, the bed is leaking, and it seems that there is a body inside of said bed.
Damn it.
To the left of the area where Avery tripped and hit us, or not tripped, but ran into the wall. In the corner, there is a picture, and the frame and the picture itself is facing in the corner. Immediately to the right of the door when you open it, there is a desk with a lamplight and what seems to be a note and a pen. It seems that the note has been written on. However, the note is also torn. On the desk, you can see that there are at least 4 drawers, 2 to each side. Small. Couldn't have too much in it. And in front of the bed, right before you hit it, there's a box slightly open.
Turn on the
Open
light.
that box.
Oh, okay.
What?
I'd open that box.
I turn on the
You
light.
open the
read
box to see something horrifying. Chopped up limbs are inside the box. And as you open the box, you slowly feel yourself about to puke.
note.
You gurgle in your mouth while you swallow the puke back. You close the box, not wanting to see what's inside any longer, and wondering how could you have not smelt the corpse that was in there. Because whatever is in that box was freshly cut.
I think I know the ending to this. The little kid sees dead people. 6th Sense.
Neither of your kids.
M. Night Shyamalan.
No,
I'm okay. I turn on the lamp and I read the note.
the lamp was already on.
Okay, I read the note.
You read the note. Day by day, I cannot stand to be here any longer. Thomas, my only friend in this place, has vouched and said that he would come to me earlier to give me a present. I become ever restless and scared as the other inmates, patients, as they call us, start screaming and howling and banging on their doors. One by one, the lady comes and takes one of us, and the note ends there as the rest is ripped.
Alright, yeah. Fucking kill me, Brody.
I can't do that.
It's not fair.
Well, roll a 20. It has to be an exact 20.
It has to be an exact 20 for you to kill me.
Yeah.
You have to have
If
20 charisma to convince him.
If he rolls a 1, I die.
The action hits back at you.
What the fuck?
Oh, we never mentioned that. We like to do this thing where when you roll your d20, if it is a 20, a good luck thing happens. A good luck event happens. And if it's a 19, only one minor good luck thing happens. If it is a 1 or a 2, something horrible happens.
I got eaten by Big Chunk.
Yeah, he got eaten by Big Chungus once because of that. But anyways, now what do you do? You're still in the room, and you heard something sniff in the hallway.
I take out my hatchet.
You serious?
I
Yes.
throw Brody out into the hall.
Are you also
No, I'm
serious?
not. I fucking just
You
talked
fucking
about
douche.
I
mean, you could betray each other if you so wanted.
I'm not, no.
I grabbed my knife and I stabbed the bed.
You grab your knife. Okay.
Another bed.
Because it looked as if someone was still in the bed.
Oh.
Alright. You grab your knife out and you stab at the bed. However, something flinches. And the area you stab seems to be bleeding. And as you turn, and as you slowly back up from the bed, something in the bed slowly turns.
Well, fuck.
And a person uncovers from the bed and says, I was just hiding like you. And slowly starts bleeding out to death. And then, out of spite, he screams loudly, they're in here. Suddenly something comes racing down the hall.
Close the door, close the door, close the door.
The
It's already
door's already
closed.
closed.
Put the bed in front of the door. Which way does the door open?
The door opens inwards into the room.
Barricade the door.
Okay, the door. Alright, I'm gonna have you roll to see how effective. What are you gonna barricade the door with?
The bed.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna have you roll to see
Yeah,
if you can
fucking
move it in
2.
time. You slowly struggle to move the bed, but however, it does not move an inch. Perhaps the aid of a friend could help it?
Fuck you.
It slowly draws closer.
You got a 13.
Alright. The bed just slowly nudges
Kind of.
and it starts creaking.
You gotta burn out, are you?
Not a
He was
good
high
one.
before this. Freaking the bed starts creaking as you move it towards the door. Whatever is racing at you down the hall is almost there. You safely put the bed in front of the door. However, the person in the bed is still screaming and with his last breath screams, "In here!"
No.
I can't do an actual yell because I don't know if I should.
What?
I don't know if the neighbors could hear me if I yell. I'm not going to do that.
Please don't. You're gonna startle me.
Okay.
Can I just eat the guy in the
You
bed?
know what? I'm gonna
You could if you want.
attack the dude in the bed with a hatchet.
The thing is, if you do, it would leave a bad impression on Brody
Brody
himself.
joins me in eating
I'm
him.
not gonna eat him.
Yeah, you are. You're fucking high and you're hungry.
I have a conscience still.
The thing is, if you start, because here's the thing is, you guys can also suffer from,
Malaria.
I would say
malaria.
ailments. So like, say you get poisoned for a little while. If something traumatic happens, your head starts getting a bit fuzzy, and you start getting more paranoid and anxious.
Amnesia.
Shut up.
All right.
Okay,
So who's going right now?
I
You
throw
successfully
the
moved the
desk
bed.
on top of the bed to barricade further.
All right, I'm gonna have you roll to see if you can actually do that feat.
Yeah, 17.
Alright, he flips the desk onto the bed, and the lamp
Okay.
cracks, and the room that you were both in is now dark. However, outside of your room is still lit, and suddenly the flooding in the hallway that you were just in stops, and suddenly you hear it. I say suddenly too much, I just realized that. However, now you hear before you, in the door in front of you, sniffing, and what sounds like the pattering of someone whose hands are on the wall. You hear it.
I fart to cover up for sick. I fart to cover up for sick.
I shit myself.
I'm rubbing myself in mud. You can't see me.
I'm just gonna say this beforehand, since you can't do the option anymore anyways. If I was you guys, I would have just turned off the lamp and hid.
Oh shit! We didn't even think of it.
And if you just simply check the bed and instead of stabbing it, the guy could have given you some information.
I grabbed the box
What'd
of
you
body
stab
parts
the bed
and throw
for?
it at the door.
Well, it's too late. Whatever's there is already there, and if you make any more noise, it'll start barging in. But you know what? I'm not gonna warn you about
You
that.
just told me.
So,
I'm not gonna warn you about that after you already warned us about that.
shouldn't have warned you about that. That is my fault as a dungeon master.
Okay, what? Okay. You can't tell me information about the monster.
I will not tell you anything else anymore.
If we die here, are we just done?
Yep. Don't forget, you guys have. You know what? I'm not gonna say anything else.
What do we have? We have 2
I have
items.
wipes!
What do we have?
What's in the room?
What were you gonna say?
What's in the rooms with you? Okay. So besides the bed and desk that you've barricaded the room with, behind you in the left corner of the room is a picture frame, and the picture is staring at the corner. And right where the bed was, in front of it, is the box with the dismembered limbs in it. That is all that's left in the room.
Okay, well, I checked the
Whatever
box
that's
already.
inside of the desk can no longer be reached because the entry to the drawers are now facing the door.
Good job. Good
Hey,
job.
look. Hey, look. You're not doing shit, Brody.
I have the hatchet. I'm the only one who has a weapon here.
I have a pocket knife.
That's what he stabbed the guy with.
Right. Go fight him, Glenn. I'll give you my
You know what,
hatchet.
Brody, you're gonna have
I'll
to
do
do
it.
because you haven't done a bit yet. 'Cause
Yeah, you've been asking Avery all the things.
Yeah, fucking.
Yeah, I know. My
Give
bad.
Brody a chance, cause I'm fucking.
All right, Brody, what do you do?
I don't know.
You know? Well, maybe that's why I chose Avery.
I don't know. What could we do? Besides wait for the
Think.
dude to...
Look at the picture.
I take the picture off the wall and inspect it.
All right.
I gotta roll.
What?
I do not take the picture off the wall.
As you inspect the picture that was on the
I
ground
would've
facing
gotten a one.
toward,
The picture kills it.
suddenly a hand reaches out and starts strangling Brody. He reaches for the picture frame and holds it up away from the corner of the wall it was facing. And as he looks at the picture, he notices a picture of a man with an X over it. There's small writing in the right-hand corner of it, of the picture frame. And behind it, he can feel a little compartment that can be opened. What do?
Open the compartment.
You open the compartment and you see a small little vial. It seems to have some sort of chemical or liquid, something in it. You cannot see what it is useful for, however.
Is he drinking?
Yeah.
Alright, Avery, what do?
I dig through the box of body parts.
I already looked through there.
No, you
You only
opened
looked at it and then closed it
Whatever.
back. Alright. Avery opens up the box of limbs and starts digging through the limbs as he feels through with his hands. He feels the
I'm doing all the
mush.
dirty shit.
He feels the mush and blood and severed bone and
Thank
limbs.
God I have wipes.
in. Well, you want to use your wipes and you go in there. It'll only slightly cover up the.
I got some wipes.
It's like every time you touch something, you wipe your hand off.
Yeah, just like, digging through body parts and just like, I got wipes. I got wipes.
So how many wipes do you have?
I had a full box.
As he slowly digs down through, or as he frantically digs down through the limbs, at the bottom of the box, there is another key.
Why am I giving keys like a homeless person?
What?
Why am I getting keys?
I don't get why it's a homeless person, but alright.
They're just fucking getting keys,
I
man.
don't have keys.
Whatever's on the other side of the door heard the frantic rumbling through the box.
God damn it.
And we're dead.
Suddenly, you hear a horrifying scream on the other side of the door, and the door bangs, making the desk on the bed fall down from the bed. One of your barricades is no longer holding up against the door. What do you guys do? Roby?
Put the barricade back up with the door. I'm not risking it. Where did the key go? Where does the key go to?
You do not know yet.
So there's nothing else in the
You
room to
have-
explore.
There's nothing else in the room to explore.
You have the
What was it?
vial.
Wait, what was in the? Oh right, that's what it is. Okay.
Throw the vial at the monster.
What's to make it stronger?
Then, okay, save half of the vial and I'll drink the rest of it if it does.
Okay.
This isn't Resident Evil, man.
Dude, I want to be like Wesker, okay?
Okay. Well, what do we do? Just wait for him to break the door down or whatever.
We'll stay quiet, and if he breaks on the door, just throw like half
Okay.
the
Turn the.
vial.
I turned the lamp off and.
It's already off. It
Alright.
shattered when
Right.
he flipped the desk.
Okay. Well, we're just gonna hide and prepare for the worst.
We're in the corner of the room.
Where do you hide? Oh, in the corner of the room?
Yeah.
Do you both?
Yes, we're
consent
standing
to
next to each other.
that? Alright.
We're huddled next to each other in the corner of the room.
I like how when I
Weapons
asked,
drawn.
do you both? Glennon just me was like, yes.
Yes, he is going down with me, for God's sake.
If
Both
we fall,
eight-
we will fall together.
Both Avery and Brody huddle up in the corner of the room, and what else was that again? My bad.
With weapons drawn.
With weapons
If
drawn.
the monster comes in, or we stay quiet for now.
You huddle up in the corner of the room with your weapons drawn, staying quiet in the darkness. You know what? I just realized I let you guys investigate while the room was dark. My bad.
Oh man.
We're just gonna say
The light from the hallway was
Yeah.
giving us a little bit.
I forgot to mention there was supposed to be a window in the door, but fuck, you know, that's just not gonna be a plot point now.
Was that important?
It was supposed to be important because you could see the monster, but oh well.
And the
You'll
monster
see
could have
it.
broken in.
You'll see it later, but or you'll see the.
If we die!
Suddenly, the door thuds again, and the screaming gets louder and angrier and more desperate. Suddenly, the bed starts shaking away from the door. What do you guys do now?
Hold the barricade! Hold the barricade!
All right.
Yeah, he's handling everything. I'm just in the
He's just
corner.
in the fucking corner.
All right. Well, Avery rushes to the barricade, frantically holding his arms out to push the
I help you
barricade.
too.
All right. Brody goes with him. I'm gonna have you guys roll to see if you can successfully push the barricade against the door.
16.
Is it 16?
Yes.
All right. You successfully keep the door closed as you push the bed against it. However, whatever's on the other side only seems to want to break in more now, as it feels more, what's the word? Resistance for whatever could be inside. It now knows for sure something alive is in that room.
It's like Newton. Which Newton law is it? Look at forces equal and opposite.
Yeah.
And you can hear more frantic sniffing and what sounds like slobbering on the other side of the door as it screams.
You're so screwed.
What
Gross.
do you do?
Wait, is the window broken yet?
Well, it's just not going to be a window on the door now because I forgot to
Okay.
mention it.
Okay.
I'm a bad dungeon master, I guess.
What the fuck? Wait, what does the liquid in the vial look like?
It is blue, and that is all you know about it.
Sniff it.
I sniffed the vial.
You sniff the vial and it smells strong the scent, whatever it is.
It's anchovies.
Whatever it is, it gives a reminiscent scent of when you smell like a window cleaner or something like that.
It's Windex.
Whatever it is, based on the smell alone, you probably shouldn't ingest it.
Well, we
Tell
can
me what
sniff
to
it.
do. You're not my mom.
I mean, you guys do whatever you want.
Okay, I have an idea.
He just
I have
dies
an
from
idea.
it.
I put a little bit on some of my wipes, and I throw the rest at the animal on the door.
What the hell? Why?
You said it was an animal.
Whatever the thing is on the other side of the door, I throw it at it. So while it's sniffing.
That would mean you'd have to open the door, though.
Exactly. I got the wipes with the Windex on it.
Okay, so you're gonna risk our lives, open the door, just throw your
Okay,
cat
fine.
out.
You can drink the rest of it. if
I'm
you
not
want.
gonna drink it.
You would drink the mystery juice?
I'm trying to survive here.
We're not gonna survive. at this
God, I
point.
had like so much planned, and this is restricted to like the first area I flushed out.
Dude, man, I'm gonna make it out of the hallway.
Dude, he's already at the fucking door. We got nothing.
Alright,
What do you want to do?
I don't know to survive this encounter, but I don't know how the hell.
What? So you just want to hold the door shut?
Well, no, that's not really. Oh, that is surviving, but he's gonna. Who knows how long he can last out there?
Yeah, but who knows how long we can last?
Not long.
We got food.
No, we do not.
We got limbs,
I'm
dude.
not eating limbs.
You're lucky I don't have like a counter on me right now, because I would totally put a counter and say you better act fast.
Fine, we'll hold the door for longer.
So you do not choose to use your original idea with the chemical.
Not yet.
It's just Windex. What the hell is it gonna do?
It's not Windex, but it's reminiscent of the scent of Windex.
It'll clean his snout.
All right, I'm gonna have you roll to see if you can still hold the door shut with the bed. And also, whoever's on the bed has slowly begun to pass out. What do you roll?
Fucking
Oh no. The door flings open and the bed moves backward as you are both now powerless, or too powerless, to hold the door shut against the beast.
I lunge in with my hatchet.
I didn't even finish talking. And as you both are drawn back from the bed, you look up towards the beast in the dimly lit hall staring at you. It is big and it is bony. Whatever it is, it has the face of an anteater and looks at you with its long nose wiggling in the air, sniffing. As you can tell, that is the sniffing sound you heard earlier. Its eyes are small and purely white, no pupils to be seen. Its ribs are, what's the word? I'm just going to say easily seen through its skin, and its spine is easily seen as well, as if it is nothing more than a skeleton. However, its arms, and by arms I mean 4 arms, the top 2 are raised above the door, and the lower 2 are slowly pushing its way through the door. Its legs are non-existent.
I eat
No.
I'll take what the hell is that for $200, Alex?
it. Well, can I drink the mystery fluid?
Well, do you want to throw it at it?
Yeah, throw the fuck. Or okay.
Let's roll.
Or like aim the vial at the creature.
I'm assuming you want to throw it.
Yeah.
You already roll that.
Okay.
I didn't see that one. It's like stuck in the middle of a 9 and a 16.
Okay, roll again because it's fucking hit the corner of the area we're at.
3.
Fuck!
Alright, as you
I should have
ready,
just drank it.
as you ready yourself, you still had to roll to see if you die or
I
not.
well, man, but like
You do not drink it. You spill it on yourself.
You spill it on yourself and miss it.
I missed the throw and I just spill it on myself.
Alright, as you aim the vial at it, you miss and it hits the wall next to the areas it climbs in. Without even looking towards the vial that crashed near it, its nose smoothly moves toward the spot and sniffs at it. Suddenly, it winces back at the smell of it.
Oh my god.
Whatever
What did I tell you?
Whatever it was, the smell was too strong for whatever the monster was, and it reels back into the hall. But not giving up, as it is still in the hall, staring into the room, but not at you. What do you do?
close the damn door.
No! Okay.
Its hands are still in the doorway.
Oh.
The lower
I
set.
hold
Well,
its hands.
figure it out.
You said you wanted Brody to do more.
I offered to do more and he's
I
not
hold-
satisfied.
Not looking at us anymore. I'm gonna take a chance here. I'm gonna throw my knife out into the hallway to distract it.
Glendon, you're gonna kill us.
You have your hatchet still.
I'm gonna have you roll to see if you were successful in this feat.
Like 19.
19? Well, lucky you. You get one good luck thing. Alright.
Damn.
You throw your knife into the hallway, and immediately the nose that was on its face reels back into the hall to where the knife landed. However, because the knife hit the puddle that Brody had his hand in, it slips downward into the hall, but only slightly. The beast's nose follows it, and however, and confused itself with the scent of blood, suddenly lunges towards the knife that was thrown. Avery's knife is now lost, and the beast seems to be devouring said knife.
I got wipes. I still got wipes.
I lunged at it with my hatchet.
You got... What? I got us some time. And you want to waste it?
Yes.
Alright,
What do you want to do? Do you want to take off running?
it's blocking the only way.
What the hell do we do then?
Go to another room.
How do we go to another room?
Because it's not in front of the door anymore.
You just said it was blocking.
It's blocking the hallway
It's
itself.
blocking the hallway itself that leads out, because the other way to the left is the wall.
There's another door in front of us. Fucking trying to attack it with your dumbass hatchet.
Shut
Alright,
up.
who are you both running to the door? Is one of you running to the door?
What's the plan here?
I mean, you know what? I need to stop saying things because I'm giving you guys tips and tricks here.
You know what? We'll stick through it. Both of us went to the door.
Okay,
Alright.
let's go then.
Both of you move to the door as the beast, out its legs and 4 arms. I don't know if I established that firmly earlier that it doesn't have legs, but it is slowly seen devouring at the floor frantically at the knife, and it starts hucking up as if it realizes the knife is not something to be eaten. And as you feel the door, you try to move it, it doesn't budge, and you notice a keyhole.
Oh!
Please tell me you have the key
I got
on you.
2 keys. I got 2 keys on me.
No, you have one key, and Brody has the other.
Okay, I try my key.
All right. Brody tries his key with the door.
The key breaks.
However, the key that he uses is too small for the door key.
I use my key.
All right. I'm gonna have you roll to see if the key
What the fuck,
snaps or
man?
not.
Oh God!
Look at that key.
You got a 1.
Look
You
at that
got
key.
a 1.
You got a 1.
I got a 1. The look you gave me, RJ, you're just like, oh, I'm so sorry.
The door key snaps, and the door will not open, and the beast stops moving. Its ears twitch, and its nose moves towards the sound.
Okay,
It turns around and looks at the area of the door key handle.
I have a plan.
What is your plan?
Is there a window on the door?
There's no window at the door.
I throw Brody at the door, hoping to smash through.
Joke's on you, I die, you left on your own.
What kind of strength would I have to like smash through that?
Alright, what are you guys actually doing?
Okay,
Jokes aside.
I move back to where the other room is, and I try to draw its attention away
By doing.
by using my wipes on where the vial landed, so I could have the smell on me and shove it in the creature's face if it attacks.
Can I hack the door down?
While
No, it is a steel door.
What the fuck? What kind of bullshit?
I don't know what to do.
Alright, so you want to go into the other room, have your cloth with the vial that you threw, like the juices inside, you want it on your cloth.
Yes.
You know what? I'm gonna be a sadistic bastard and have you roll to see if you do not get caught by the monster while running to the other side of the room.
Fuck my life.
12.
Alright, you run to the other room. However, the monster, not noticing you just yet, its head has tilted towards your room. You smear your wipes with the
Goddamn.
smell of the, what was it again? The chemical...
The Windex.
The Windex. You smear it on your handkerchief. Now, what does Brody do?
You're in the other room?
Yes.
You're in the hallway alone with the monster. Avery's in the doorway with a smeared cloth of the chemical.
But
What?
the monster's looking at me.
Well,
He's looking at the doorway,
Where I'm at.
but not necessarily at
I attacked the monster.
What the fuck?
you. Are you legit right now?
I don't know what to do.
So you're gonna hit it?
This shows very deeply what we would do in a horror scenario. Just like Louis just always wants to attack the monster, and I'm like, what the fuck? I just want to do shit.
Well, what else can we do? What's our plan here?
You could sneak past the monster, most likely.
What am I gonna do in the room with you?
He'd have to roll to see if he sneaks past.
Yeah, but I also have the cloth that I could shove into the monster's face if he gets close.
Shove that in his face and I'll cut his head off.
What the fuck?
He doesn't have a head, does he?
He has a head.
He has an anteater dick.
Anteater head.
Same thing.
No, it's. I know. Okay, I'll just sneak in the room. I'll try to sneak in the room.
I cannot tell how long this has been going
room?
on.
The one you're in, Glennon.
You're gonna come to my room?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, so what happened? I'm sorry.
He's coming in my room.
Yeah, I'm rolling a super kid.
You don't have to sneak.
6.
You don't have to sneak into my room though, because
No, he has to roll to see if he doesn't attract the monster's
Oh.
attention.
I rolled a 6.
Alright. As he rolls the 6, the monster its head suddenly snaps to the direction of where Brody's footsteps were, and Brody stands there still in fear. The beast now slowly starts inching towards Brody, its hands clawed deep into the hallway walls. Slowly gets closer.
You know what? I retaliate at this point. I fucking swing for his head.
Well, Avery has to do something first. Because you just did something.
Bullshit! He's gone like 5 times in a
You know
row.
what? You're right. I should
Yeah.
let you do that. Roll to see. You know what? Roll the. Hatchet's small, so you roll the triangle to see how much damage you do.
you did 14.
Alright, he rolled a 14 on the 20.
I'm gonna roll the one actually.
Okay.
Yeah, because it was in the middle and I moved it and it was on 14. 15.
Alright.
Okay.
15, and you did how much damage?
Good. 3.
3. I don't know if 3's fair, but fuck it. Brody swings his hatchet into what body part?
I said his head.
Oh, you has head?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, you swing your hatchet into the head of the beast, and it screams as you deal +3 damage against the beast. It reels back and screams, and its now nose stout suddenly gets really close to Brody's face, and as he looks at the stout, it is not a nose, but in fact a mouth. As you can see the little pin needle-like teeth inside of it.
I run over and shove my handkerchief into his face.
Into, I'm gonna assume
The
you
mouth
mean the
area.
stout area. Alright.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna have you roll to see if your action works.
I shove myself into the fucking monster's mouth. That's if I roll a 1, I fall into the monster's mouth.
Yeah, 1.
Are you serious? Avery slams his hand, not stopping at the mouth to cover it with the cloth, but instead accidentally moves his hand into the mouth with the cloth, and the beast chomps down, and now Avery is without a left hand.
I lost my wipes. That's the only thing that matters.
And he lost his wipes with the chemical on
I
it.
lost my wipes.
The only
man.
thing left that had the chemical besides the wall.
Can I lick the wall
Why would you lick the wall?
so I can die?
The beast frantically chews at Avery's arm and starts emitting almost a laughing sound, mixed with a crazed old man laughing and like a dog barking and wheezing.
What the hell?
What does Brody do now that his friend has lost an arm?
Hug me.
I go back in retaliation and swing back at the monster.
Alright, roll to see. You know how it works.
17.
17, how much damage you do?
2.
2. Alright, I feel like that's not fair, but
It only goes up to 4.
I know, I don't know if there's supposed to be more to that, but
I was just...
It's supposed to be. It's supposed to depend on like your. Usually, you choose what the like attack dice you use. You could use the 8 or the 10, depending on like what.
Yeah, because like on my character sheet in the regular D&D it says I have 1d8.
well,
At least
anyways,
for the Warhammer.
you rear your hatchet back and swing it into what part again?
I'm just gonna go for his neck.
You swing for the neck, the bony, almost plastic-like neck of the beast, and you swing into it, hitting it, and blood spurts out, and it screams and whines like a dog. But you can also hear what sounds like an old man crying between the whines of a dog. Oh, that's just your lights over there. I was like, is that an open door I never knew about? But anyways, as you do that, the beast screams and holds its arm to the neck, and is now reeled back farther away from both Avery and you. Now what do you both do?
How far down the hallway is it?
I would say it is only slightly farther back than where it was when it was distracted from the knife.
So are there more rooms accessible?
There are still the 2 behind you guys.
There's 2 other fucking rooms we didn't know.
I told you guys about
What
it.
the fuck?
What is this layout?
There's more rooms down the way, but it's past the anteater monster.
I had a plan, but now that there's more rooms, I don't want to do it anymore.
Were you gonna like hide in one of the rooms?
And I was gonna go back into the open room and grab a limb from the box and just feed the monster.
So what are you guys gonna do now?
I wanna look
Well,
through
when you
the
get
other
past the
rooms.
monster.
Go back and look through the other rooms.
You can go back and look through the other rooms while it's screaming and reeling in front of you guys.
Yes.
Alright. Avery moves back into the hallway, to where the wall is. There are 2 rooms, one to the right and one to the left. Which one do you go in?
I go into the left.
You move towards the left door, and there's no keyhole. Do you open it?
Yes.
Alright, open it. Brody, what do you do?
Head towards the door on the right.
Or you head towards the door on the right, and this one also doesn't have a keyhole. However, when you try to open it, it feels as if something is on the other side of the door, keeping it shut.
Alright, I turn towards the door to the left. And right.
What the fuck? You have a hatchet.
I'm trying to live here, dude. I'm not trying to have 2 monsters at me at once.
You're the one's fighting them back, though.
Dude, I got lucky on those 2 rolls.
Anyways, you're now in the room on the far... from where you woke up, it would be in the far back right, but we're just going to say far back left room, because I just confused myself, actually. But you're now in the room, and the room is almost slightly identical to the room you were in. However, this one has only a bed with nothing in it, a chair in the center of the room. In the back of the room, there's a small box, and a desk once again, however this time with no lamp, so the room is dark, and you can barely see. You can only use the light from the hallway. What do you do?
I slowly open the drawer, trying not to creak it.
Alright. So you you know what? Roll to see if you creak it.
Just slam all the dice.
3.
What the fuck?
As you slowly open the drawer, it creaks.
You should have just went to the other room.
And all the movement in the hallway comes to a stop. Brody, what do you do?
I quickly push the bed in front of the door. To
What the fuck?
What do you want me to do?
I mean, that's probably what I would do in that situation.
I would have went to the other room.
If you could go to the other room then.
I'm looking for shit.
Alright. Now, roll to see if you do it.
8.
And an 8. As you slowly move to get the bed in front of the door, the bed doesn't nudge once again like the other bed. And as you nudge the bed, a small creak happens. And the movement in the hallway, while you can still hear the blood splurting out, you can hear it slowly a twitch. What do you guys do now?
Go to sleep on the bed.
Rolling small numbers.
This dice is rigged.
So-
I got 115.
What's your plan, Louis? What's our plan?
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Oh, sleep on the bed with the monsters. Take care of everything. I don't have my
Knife or your wipes.
I don't have my wipes
Dude,
to cover
you're
my
bleeding
wound.
out too.
Yeah, because you have a severed arm.
Louis, I'm playing for you now. I go out into the hallway and I distract the monster by running as far as I can down the hallway.
Roll to see if you stop at the beast, or stopped at the beast, or if you actually run past it.
I'm gonna be disappointed.
You will be disappointed. 15.
15. There we go.
He runs and darts down the hallway past the beast, and the beast screeches and slams its fists into the walls as it chases down after Avery. As it pinches its hands into the walls, you can see marks. Whatever strength the beast has, it has enough strength to crumble the concrete walls that are holding up the area you guys are in. It darts down the hall towards Avery. You guys are now separated, and one actually alone. Brody is no longer in danger of the beast. Avery is in horrible.
Well, my fucking arm is bleeding out. What do you expect?
What, you want me to check the other room?
Mm-hmm.
I go in the room to the right.
Alright.
What you just now directly across from me?
As you try to open the door again, you feel as if something is trying to keep the door closed. Do you press forward, or do you leave the door alone?
Press forward.
You press forward, and a box falls down. The only thing holding the door was simply just furniture. And as you look into the room, there is a lamp on the desk, and it lights up to see someone is in the corner of the room looking at
Fucking
you.
hell.
And he is scared, holding a knife.
Oh, is it a survivor?
Yes.
I killed the other one. So.
Alright, I ask him if he needs help.
You ask him if he needs help. However, he does not respond. He's only shaking and quivering in the corner of the room, and he's holding his knife towards you.
Hey, stupid! I asked if you need help.
Avery, what do you do now with the monster on your tail?
How far down the hall am I?
You're only, I'd say, a third of the way down. It's a long hallway.
What do you think, Louis? Should I just go for the end?
What are you gonna do when you reach the end?
Slam into the wall.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna turn supersonic speed.
Superstar.
I don't got my wipes.
No, you do not.
I don't have my pocket knife. I don't have my left arm. But I do have some doors.
Oh my god.
I kick open the door to my closest right.
Alright. I'm gonna have you roll to see if you actually kick open the door or not.
God damn. Avery's having a tough time.
I didn't want to make this easy. Like the other one was kind of easier.
14.
You kick open the door, and as you're about to look into the room, the intercom comes on, and a siren sound happens. The beast in the hallway starts screeching at the sound of the siren and starts running down the hallway, ignoring Avery, and continues down deeper into the building. It is now gone.
What the fuck, man? I'm just bleeding out now.
You are now bleeding out, and if the bleeding doesn't stop, you will die in the next 3 turns.
Jesus Christ. Alright, well.
In the room, let me just describe that room, and then you can have what you're going to do. The room you see before you is blank and empty, except for another small wooden crate like the one you saw the limbs in before. It is in the room, and instead of a lamp on a desk, there is simply a lamp on the ceiling of the room or directly above the box. What do you do, Brody, with your situation?
I don't know what to say.
Did the guy ever answer me?
No, he just twitched and was shaking and held his knife out towards you.
I try to calmly talk to him and see if I can make any sense to it.
I'm gonna have you roll to see if you can charm him.
20.
Oh, the
Motherfucker.
first good luck roll, like really good luck roll. That wasn't a 19. All right, you calmly comfort the man in the
Shakes
corner.
me.
He shakes your wee-wee. You calmly comfort the man in the corner. He puts down his knife. He starts slowly and stutteringly talking to you, saying he was scared and that his friend hid in the other room. He asks you if that friend is okay because he heard him screaming there and here.
Oh.
Well, my friend's fucking gonna die.
That man that you were speaking to is the man in the note. That man is Thomas.
I don't fucking remember what the note said.
What do you do?
I don't know. What should I do?
My friend Thomas. Deceive Thomas.
Why would I deceive him?
Use him as
You've
bait.
already charmed him and you
Use
calmed him
Thomas
down.
as bait.
Maybe you'll get lucky again.
Let's go kill the monster, Thomas.
You got a knife.
Wait, I'm gonna search the room real quick.
Okay.
The room is basically identical to the one you were first in,
There's a box.
except there is no box this time and no
There's a
picture
box.
frame. No, there's no
Right,
box.
When we knocked over the door.
Oh yeah, well there's that box.
Was it empty?
Yes, it's empty.
Oh.
Right. Well, what else is in there?
There is a desk with the drawers again and a lamp that lights up the room. Or wait, no, it didn't light up the room because he was hiding in the dark. And there's the bed that he was hiding right beside. And that's it.
I searched the drawers of the desk.
Which one do you choose? Top left, top right, or bottom right?
Top right.
You choose top right, and luckily for you, there is a box of matches.
Oh, I checked the other three.
But before you do, Avery, what do you do in your room?
I checked the box.
You slowly move into the dark room with only one light and check open the box. As you try to open the lid and slowly open it, it shucks back close.
What the fuck? What kind of...
And you hear, "Don't open me."
So, can I talk to the box?
What do you do, Louie? You didn't take. No.
What?
I can't say it. Are you
Wait,
stop it?
did I open the other three drawers?
No, you didn't yet.
I opened those.
You open all three other drawers, two of which are empty, but the drawer that had the matchsticks right below that one is another drawer with a small note. You inspect it.
Yes.
You inspect the note, and it reads, "The nice lady came for me again today. She said that if I'm very nice today and I don't scream again during the procedure, I would be allowed to see my parents again. I think I can trust her this time, as she smiled when she told me that. Maybe she isn't as bad as I originally thought." It ends there.
I'll have to die in 2 turns.
Yeah, you have like one more turn before you die.
Yeah. Nice. This is gonna be a long shot, but I have an idea.
Let's go for it.
I don't know. Never mind.
What-
Let me think about this more thoroughly.
We might want to wrap this up soon, so you guys are
We
gonna
can
have.
go for a while.
We can go for a while, but I don't know how long this thing's gonna hold out battery wise.
I will
Well, if he dies, we'll just call it done.
I am gonna die. I have a 1 turn left.
Well, better make it count.
Okay, let's see. Fuck it, I opened the box.
Alright.
My box explodes.
I'm not going to have you roll because otherwise you would die in this turn. So I will give you at least that. You fling open the box and someone comes out. of
What the
box,
fuck? What the fuck?
Angry and screams at you, "Why did you give me away?" and starts strangling you
Dude, he's gonna
out of
kill
anger.
I lick his hand. As my last going away gift, I
And
lick
as you
his
feel
hand.
yourself starting to slowly pass
Wait.
out,
Before I lick his hand and I like cover him in my blood.
you know what? I'll let you have it. I'll let you have it. You lick your hand. You lick his hand, and give him your blood on his hands. He slowly starts making you pass out, not just from the strangling, because of the loss of blood that you've had. You start passing out, and even though you've passed out, he still strangles you. Avery has died.
I put my blood on him.
And that's a wrap for this session.
Alright.
I helped.
Now,
I helped.
here's some things that I want to say that could have happened. One, in the first room you were at, if you just searched it, there would have been matches, batteries, and another note that would have said something about a door halfway down the hallway that you could open with the other key in the picture frame. That it was like a secret meeting for Thomas and the guy in the room. And if you if you talked to the guy in the bed, he would have told you about said room and said that they think they had a way out in that room.
Well, shit.
We did everything fucking wrong in that one.
Yeah, that's about it. I think my laptop's about to die. So, yeah.
Hopefully the next part will come somewhat soon.
Next 3 months.
Hopefully less than that, but
It'll be like JonTron and have like an 11-month time period.
Oh, God.
In fact, we did have an 11-month time period.
We
didn't
did.
It was just a vacation, guys.
We are JonTron.
It was just a vacation.
There it is.
Anyways, I'm gonna say bye to you guys.
Peace out, y'all.
You gotta end it with a song.
Do we? Was that a thing we did?
Yeah. I got it, don't worry.
There's so many other things I want you guys to do.
Yeah, well, we suck.
Fucking stab the bed. There's like,
Also,
it
you
looks
guys-
like there's something in the bed. Stab the bed.
You guys wouldn't have been completely fine anyways, though, because that siren just meant that another person was coming out to kill you guys.
Oh, God.
That's what the siren signifies. Someone else being let loose.
The reason why I was like, the monster knows my blood. I give him my blood.
Also, I was trying to hint to you guys that the monster's fucking blind and it only sees and hears and smells you guys. I was trying to hint that.
Alright, well, peace out, y'all.
Is that Aquabat?
Yeah.
Dick.